buy me a coffee, you guys, because we are back with War of the Crows Season 2. We are back from space. We are back in Dusky Duskfall.
Not in canon, though, right?
Oh yeah, you know, we definitely was like a meanwhile in space, and then that happened, and now it's like a Christmas special, and then we're back in Duskfall. Everyone's dead or dying. We've had a lovely jaunt in Deathlands, which lived up to its name. And we're going to do some downtime and remember what it is that the Damned Emporium, I forgot your crew name, actually wants to do in live. So
I was trampled. Just looking at the notes.
Yes, you were both savaged, Lorenzo and Saffron, by the horror.
Trampled, I got.
Trampled, which took the shape of a giant stag with many creepy eyes. So, without further ado, who wants to do some downtime?
Friedrich is going to collapse into a cot bed or hammock or whatever it is that we have in the scrappy back rooms of the Emporium, and immediately call for a healer. Because he's going to take some serious healing.
Have you seen the Mr. Bean movie?
Of course.
The cop's unconscious, the doc comes over and Mr. Bean just pulls down the mask and it's him. It's Saffron now because he's got his physical ability, so you might call for a healer, but you might get a Saffron.
That's horrifying.
That is absolutely terrifying prospect.
Or the bit in the Dark Knight where the Joker takes off the nurse mask and Two-Face suddenly realises
Oh god.
a small bit of fabric.
And I imagine he tries to do this trick with everyone that comes into the doctor's office throughout the day.
Yeah, he's thriving on this now. It's his big moment to shine and to learn. It's like a learning hospital we're in now.
Ooh, like
Scrub Series 9.
Yes, many hijinks happening in the Damned Emporium.
A lot of sexual tension.
That's quite good because it means that you get to roll your tier, which is 2 for healing. So Friedrich, roll a 2 dice fortune roll then.
Plus 1 dice to the healing treatment rolls.
So 3 dice then.
Huzzah! I'm sure this will go absolutely swimmingly.
We're no longer feared, are we?
Good question.
Your
There
tier.
you
Your
go.
tier.
Oh!
Nice. So that's 3 segments off the old clock. Healing clock. And we are using the rules where tier 1 harm disappears after the score, and tier 2 and 3 will disappear when you fill up your healing clock.
Gotcha. Oh, I remember I've got to work out my second trauma. So I think we were going to make me cold, maybe?
Yes, we talked about how
bitterness about what happened.
Yes, that violence happened to you. Some of the random.
Which I do not want.
Yeah. Do not want savaged by a beast. Yeah, that was quite an interesting turn. This kind of coldness, this I don't know, resentment of the world and fate itself, finally getting to you.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like he hadn't wanted to come in the first place. It was not his sort of mission. Everything went wrong. And yeah, his sort of world weariness has kind of taken the shine off his normal eccentricity, and also maybe given him a bit of an edge where he was previously kind of not particularly interested in violence, wanted to avoid it, wanted to preen and be more interested in riches and his main indulgence. Now he's just maybe a little bit more of a death wish in terms of like values his life and his wellness less.
Yeah. You're getting into yeah, because you're normally quite suave, aren't you? So maybe that's got a bit more of a cold killer's edge to it now.
Let's see. What's the thinking?
Very nice.
Very good, very nice.
Very nice. I'm just looking up as well the whole.
I met that guy.
No, you didn't.
I did in Tenerife. That's where he's from.
Tenerife.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
He showed me his Instagram account and everything. He was the real guy.
Which guy is this?
Very good, very nice.
The very same.
That's all I can say to you, Mikey. If you don't know what I mean by that, then it's not worth any of our time explaining it.
No, I can get it.
When we go to Malta, we're going to have to prove to you that Daryl is Daryl because he's changed his hairstyle yet again.
I did see
So
it.
look at Instagram. It's definitely him.
Hold up pictures next to my phone, isn't it?
All right. Who's next? You do get 2 downtimes per player because you're not at war.
Good.
I'll do a heal.
Yep.
Healington.
What harm do you have? You got a level 2, isn't it?
I had a level 2, and I noted it down as missing chunks, which was the result of melee
Zombies.
with a horde of not zombies. What were they called again? It was like
Not
Lost
blank,
or something.
not null.
Like
What zombie that I suppose-
trivia time. Can anyone remember before Olly finds it?
Zombie bastard.
It's like,
The withered or the
Something about them not
That was
having
the vibe, wasn't it?
souls.
Husk.
Husk feels.
What we're
close.
currently describing is all of the names that video game designers use for their zombies.
Blood.
That is true.
The Walking Dead.
3 dice, is it? Thanks to Physica Saffron.
Hollows. They're called hollows.
Hollow.
Hollow.
We were all
I said
close.
that for sure.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. And I would have loved a 6.
Just the 2 segments for you there, sir.
That's unfortunate because I have the oh wait, sorry, I should get +1d to healing treatment rolls. So I have the vigorous ability, which means one of my clock segment is always full, but I hadn't read the second bit. It gives me +1 to healing.
Nice.
That
Very
way,
vigorous.
your
Sure.
healing clock is always 1 full,
Yes.
and you get +1.
Yes.
That's
But I
awesome.
just realised that now, so
Might steal that using the
hop! It's a 6.
Huzzah!
Wow, the first time I've used it and it's paid off. Bigly.
Very nice. I might steal that with the veteran ability.
Well, that means I
Are
am.
you taking Bigley back?
Yes, taking Bigly back, reclaiming Bigly.
Bigly back.
Can you reclaim something from its creator?
Best we don't get into it.
Yeah, probably.
That will mean my healing clock is full. So are we saying that the harm disappears from that instead of downgrades, or does it downgrade to 1?
Have you already filled up some of your clock?
Well, that will just be it, perfectly full.
A 6 is just 3 segments.
Yes, but the trait gives me 1 segment permanently filled.
Oh, so you get an extra dice and an extra segment. Yeah, okay, then yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
that's it.
You're all good.
It was good. It's good without the dice, but yeah, sweet. So we're no longer missing chunks.
It's still fun of the healing, isn't it? Because
Put the chunks
It's
back
kind
in.
Just what a horrible idea that all the chunks had been kept.
Saffron's got some dog
Well,
meat.
got
Yeah.
some spare
Oh,
chunks.
oh no, don't like that at all. I think perhaps the chunks just weren't as bad as they thought, and maybe perhaps Silas was whining about it and being a bit a bit of a wimp about his injuries, so they were actually easier to heal. I've got one other thing I want to mention, which is I didn't pick my special ability yet because I was mulling it over, and then I forgot in the interlude. So there's a special ability I quite like the look of, both mechanically and thematically, but I feel like it would need a little bit of doing to make it proper thematically. So there's one called Ghost Fighter, which you imbue your hands or melee weapons or tools with spirit energy. You get potency versus the supernatural, and you can restrain spirits to capture them by grappling. I like the idea that this experience in the Deathlands somehow affected him. Maybe like not with his knowing, like maybe he's like he gets back and he heals from his wounds, and he's like sat on his bed one day and he's like, my hands are glowing. What the fuck?
Maybe it was like some of the random chunks. Maybe we accidentally kind of chunked in some Deathland ghouls into stitched in that kind of had the kind of energy that.
Like he's somehow absorbed some spirit energy from the battle with the spirits.
Maybe you've been possessed, so we have to go back into the Deathlands again. Round 2.
Yeah, I think that
veto.
I think that shrine definitely had a lot of ghost field energy, and that's another word that I need to remember. But there are basically like these points where the ghost field is very close to reality. A spirit well. It's called a spirit well, and that's what that shrine was. So maybe chilling in the spirit well got you feeling.
Well, maybe it's this sort of combination of him saying his little prayer in the spirit well. Sort of, I don't know, perhaps opened him up to some influence from the spirits.
Yeah, maybe you pulled in some ghosts that have the similar faith as well.
Ooh, yeah.
Maybe they latched onto you in that way.
I like. In that case, I think if it makes, now that we've made it make enough thematic sense, I shall take that. And hopefully
I love a good holy warrior.
Well, I'm not sure he's a holy warrior, but holy-ish.
What's the oath where I do what I like, but I also get awesome powers?
Ah, yes, that one. Vengeance.
Yeah, I think I seem to remember Milo playing a Vengeance Paladin where his religion was atheism, basically.
I think his religion was.
Atheist.
I think his religion was bitch slapping anyone that looked at him sideways.
That sounds right. Out of curiosity, I'm going to see if I can find the background there because I don't remember any of the story details. But
I remember you laying on hands a guard and then redoing the damage with your warhammer because he was snarky.
I do remember that. Yes, that's a very good. I want to describe immature roleplay player action, which is a learning experience, but was quite funny. Possibly killed him with the second. Classic.
Naughty.
Yeah, I mean, D&D is a game where you play as murderous psychopaths anyway, so you were very much playing the game as intended.
Mate, he wasn't being grateful for my help, so I fucking did him in.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
If you were playing this game, it would have been fine.
Old, and he said no, so I cleaved his head in. And absolutely nothing happened as a result.
Yeah, because he was lawful evil.
You should have raised him as a ghoul instead. I would have taught him.
I'd like to do a paladin of one of the other oaths were we ever to play D&D again. I think now I'd probably have as much fun doing the other stuff.
We'll maybe check out the Dungeon World playbook for Paladin and see, because sounds like we've got some Dungeon World fans in the group.
I would be up for it.
All right, cool. So we've had 2 Heelys. Saffron's pharmacy is heaving.
Now he's got to do some self healing.
Oh.
Which I think he gets +1 for. The phrasing is everyone in your crew gets +1d. implies that I get the benefit as well.
Yes. Rules as written.
Position, heal thyself.
If I can find, there's a dice. I haven't remembered.
How does this work in like the narrative? Do we have another doctor in?
Yeah, he's not doing everything. He's just assisting. My theory was as we were on the damn dog on my back, he was doing some of the prep, just having a little tinker with everyone as they were going, just setting them up so that they had a little bit of. We had a physician. It was
Oh yeah, holding us together.
What was pretty much. What was his name? We had someone. 1 second.
Mordin or something.
Melvin.
Yeah. It's on the sheet. I think.
I hate to add any rain to anyone's parade, but I was just reading the recover section, and if you heal yourself, you take.
You heal yourself, you take stress.
Yeah, you may heal yourself if you have a Physica special ability, but you take 2 stress when you do so.
Well, that's really mean. Well, fine. If that's what the rules say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking of that scene in Master and Commander, where the doctor is having to do off surgery on himself with a mirror, tiny little mirror on a ship. Doesn't look very pleasant.
I need to rewatch that. It's a very long time since I saw it.
I can't open the Damned Emporium character sheet, so I can't check. But yes, we have a physical. Well, that's a bit mean, but there we go. Well, I should probably recover some stress first then, because otherwise I might get trauma from trying to heal myself.
Oh, getting a trauma from trying to perform surgery on yourself would be spot on though for the game.
Peak Saffron.
Remind me, trauma removal. Sorry, stress removal. It's
Indulge your vice.
It's just a dice. It's just a roll for it, isn't it?
And just remember, if you have trauma and don't indulge your vice, you take stress per trauma.
Trauma. Cool. Well,
I'd love to see that. So, Saffron performing surgery on himself and just suffering a mental bout because of it.
It's alright though, because he's taking drugs beforehand to calm himself.
Exactly. I'm indulging my vice, which is very much drug laden and all kinds of fumes. Fine. What's that then? Is it usually crap? 3. That's crap, isn't it? Just 1, isn't it?
It's better than you are used to.
What's 3? What does 3 get me?
Clear 3 straight. 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive.
Stress, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
clear 3 stress. Yeah.
All right. I think I've literally rolled last chances I've rolled 1s both times, so I'm a bit alien to the concept. All right. Well, now I'll heal myself. Apparently, it's going to cause me stress. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome.
You can also pay to use the other Physica though as well.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's that weird thing. We are, but we get +1. So, although at the end of the day, I don't know. It's all a bit silly healing, isn't it? Because whatever happens, it's so unlikely you're going to heal it all anyway. So it's kind of a quote-unquote wasted effort in a way. But if you don't heal it, it never goes away, I suppose. So you've got to do it at some point.
You can also get extra downtimes with coin.
That we have an abundance of. Surely. No. Time to sell Gus, I suppose.
You know what then? You know what? I will just assume I'm not going to roll well anyway. And actually, I won't heal myself then in favour of keeping some stress and just roll 2 dice and just hope I get a good score of 2. Because I could go wrong. I've got 2 + 3. Great.
So is that your healing roll?
Yes.
Okay, so you're just using the
Yeah.
normal recover action.
Yeah.
Okay, so just the 1 segment then on the clock.
Cool.
Yeah.
Useful. Very useful. 1 segment.
3 stress
to go.
removed, and a little bandage on your.
Little plaster.
What even is your injury? Trampled. Oh, little plaster on your trampled.
Yes. Were these the ones that were level 4s down to 3s?
I think Saffron was just level 2.
Very spicy. Okay.
Yeah,
The 4s. Just hearing, I didn't even realise there was a level 4. Terrifying.
It's just instant death unless you resist it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be characterized as level 4 so you can resist it. Yeah.
So I think the resisting is what drove Friedrich over the edge in the end, stress-wise.
Yeah, because you don't have a choice at that point.
Yeah. It's the lesser of 2 evils. Die or become traumatized.
Well, speaking of
on that
Lorenzo,
Yeah. I'll let Saffron tinker away with my body.
Oh,
Good God. So I noted my tier 3 as being impaled by the horror. So probably a big gaping hole where the horns left me in my chest or something. 3-6, right? Because of the physica. I don't know how you even fix an impalement. What's that? Stitching and probably stuffing it with gauze and whatnot. Something like that. Whoa!
well, whatever it did, it worked.
Whoa!
That means you completely healed the clock.
That's
With a
great.
critical.
I've not seen one of those before.
Completely. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's 5 segments for a critical, so you would have.
Damn.
If we're using the old rules, the actual rules, you would have healed the whole clock, and been on the way to heal the next one as well.
So my tier 3 becomes a tier 2?
No, it's just gone.
Not completely.
Yeah, because we're doing the
Blimey.
scum and villainy rules.
And then my tier 2, where I got kicked
It's
at some
also
point.
gone.
Wow. I'm healthy for the first time in ages.
Damn.
Damn.
Saffron's a really good medic.
Not
Thank
for
you,
himself,
Saff.
but you guys enjoy it. You guys have a good old time with it.
Thank you,
Selfless healer.
Saffron. What a G.
Could someone take a look at my trampled leg?
My trampled self.
Yep.
Nice. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. So who needs to do one more? Silas, Lorenzo, and Friedrich.
Yes, I can do an indulge vice. Freshly healed and down to the fighting pits. Perhaps wanting to go and do some fighting as he's confused about his slightly glowing hands. Maybe they do something different now. He may find that they don't, since he's not punching ghosts. Is that?
You punched the spirit out of someone.
Or you could always go and test them on some spirits.
Ooh.
Find a spirit to go and test out, like
The spirit boxing ring.
yeah, like oh look, it's like one of the weak ones that are just like memories, like a little old man ghost, and you're like, wait, no.
Do you think that's the sort of thing that might exist in the more underground sort of fighting ring somewhere, that someone might be like, is anyone up for fighting this shackled, weakened spirit? You know, like a bit like beast fighting. Do you think that?
I think
that seems like a sort of thing that could exist.
Yeah, I think because they have the hooks, right, where they hook the ghosts. So maybe they have like ghost night, where you have some whispers come in. It's like some more fighty whispers come in, and they kind of like lion taming, but with ghosts, and they release them, and then they use the hooks to grab them, and
Oh yeah, that's what he's doing. He's going to go find out if this actually works. Very cool. Let's see.
That was like you're going in without a ghost hook. He's bloody mad, this one. Bloody mad.
These hands, they were made for fighting people, but we shall find out if they're any good against spirits. And if we don't, I'm sure it'll be a good show.
Can Lorenzo come, just knowing that you've got this advantage over the spirits, and that they don't know that, so the odds are going to be very much in our favor.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. That's a good in, isn't it?
Definitely win some coin. Buy our dinner.
4, so I clear 4 stress, is it?
Mhm.
Jolly good.
That'll cover the momos.
Takes a good chunk off.
Nice.
So I guess it went relatively well on a 4 stress cleared. Perhaps not a knockout blow to the spirits, but he survived the bout, perhaps, which might have been even an unlikely bet.
Yeah, I can imagine the catharsis of being able to fight the thing that you have been not able to hit or understand. It's probably quite good, quite high.
Yeah, so far he's just been able to hold up his little pendant, like, ooh, hopefully this helps. Yeah, he has a good brawl with spirit.
Nice. Cool. And then Lorenzo, does that mean are you there, or are you indulging your vice with the bets as well?
If I roll a 6, I overindulge though.
Yeah. What are the odds?
Oh, 1 and 6.
Oh. There you
And it
go.
will happen because we've marked it now. So, but yeah, I'll say that. I'll say I've gone along with old Silas. I'm keen to make some coin. I think I've got a fairly good chance, old bean. Yeah, hell yeah. I'll indulge. Ah! What's that 2?
Ooh, you got 2 dice now. Hell yeah. Are you going to overindulge?
Uh-oh.
Highest die result is 6. Oh no! Literally, I called it. Fucking called it.
Too many 6s.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh,
What happens
wow.
when you overindulge? I forgot.
Not good, is it?
Well, nothing good has happened. You get
It's
a bit
never
too...
actually
become
happened.
lost, right?
No, it's not happened.
Apart from
I
that one
lose
time
Lorenzo.
that Daz's character did it voluntarily, right? So we haven't actually had it actually happen.
Yeah, so you could probably say what happens, but I think you maybe something to do with the Deathlands, something, there's something, that stress kicking around still, but your vice just completely gets out of control in that fighting pit. Maybe it's seeing the ghosts again and stuff, like
I think it's very
triggering.
much that Silas does fight well and he fights good, so I win a lot of money. I win too much money. I've enjoyed myself too much winning so much. You know, after a hard run, after getting fucked up, I'm like, well, I deserve a bit of, deserve a little win now, and the wins just keep coming in, so it's
Yeah.
snowballs
Yeah,
and it's addictive.
Yeah. Well, you know what that
You
means.
keep running that high.
Means that
No
Lorenzo's on the bench,
Ugh.
potential
Tench.
for the next score,
Bench. Oh my god.
Mhm.
as he goes on a wander.
Oh, there are multiple options for overindulgence.
Mm.
Well, I do have a backup character,
Oh yeah.
which I've been wanting to break out for a while.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
why.
there we go. There we go. Now we get to the crux of it.
Yeah.
Hey, it was literally a 1 and 6, and I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna do it.
Well, on
But
2
Olly
dice.
was like,
technically.
"Hey, what's the chances? What's the chances?" And I was like,
But
"Fuck
as
you,
GM, I have to say that.
Yeah, come on. That's
Come
a
on,
TikTok.
mate.
That's a TikToker.
Any excuse I think for any of us just to have like one session as some other character would probably take it, right? Like just for the fun and variety.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what does it say? Attract trouble, select a roll an additional entanglement, brag about your exploits, +2 heat, lost, your character vanishes for a few weeks, tapped, your current purveyor cuts you off, find a new source for your vice. So it sounds like you either get heat, another entanglement, you basically get kicked out of the fighting pits for cheating, basically, or your character vanishes for a few weeks.
I'm gonna go with lost. Would that mean I can't play in this session, or can I still play in this session?
It says play a different character until this one returns from their bender.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think that's
Instantly.
yeah.
Okay. Well, see you, Lorenzo.
I think perhaps the betting attracts trouble, and he has to run away and disappear for a bit from the.
Maybe the ghosts. I'm just pissed, and I'm getting haunted again. I'm like, these fucking ghosts, man, would leave me alone. First possessed, now I'm being stalked by ghosts on my way home. I'm like walking back to the shop, and I've got looking over my shoulder and see ghosts like trailing me, even though they shouldn't be there, but they are. Yeah, bastards.
Bastards.
Maybe old Bilbo, what's his name? Bazo. Who's the guy shot?
Bear.
Bear. Bilbo. Bilbo Bear.
Bilbo.
Don't shoot
Bill
Bilbo.
Bear Baggins.
I shot Bilbo in the head. Possessed by Bagginses. Yeah, so
Do you mean it
Bilbo
is a good
Bear.
morning, or do you really wish me a good morning?
So maybe I have more nightmares of Bear, and I think I'm getting possessed again.
Yeah, I imagine the ghosts that Silas fought as well were probably very, like,
Vicious.
dead gangers as well. So
Yeah. The fighty type.
the fighty type.
Maybe there were some of his friends. Maybe it was Bear's brother he was fighting. Or something like that. Ugh. Yeah.
Coincidences.
I'll start coming up or testing this character then. I'm getting him in the.
If I recall, it was quite already well fleshed out. I think, perhaps even to the
Yeah.
voice. So
Yes.
yes.
It was.
Well, I believe
But I
it's
wanna make
just
it thunder.
it's just Friedrich, Downtime 2, I believe, and then that's it.
Yeah, Friedrich doesn't really have any options other than to heal some more. Certainly not inevitably. Like, he's not going to go off to an auction when he's still trampled to death.
Yeah,
You
you will
and
take.
you can do the same. Can you not do the same downtime twice?
You can, but now you have 2 traumas. You will take 2 stress for not indulging your vice. But you've cleared your stress, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that was my thinking. So I will do that. Will I still benefit from Mikey's healing hands or no?
I think so. He's on a roll.
Yeah.
He's on a roll.
Everyone in the crew gets 1d to their healing treatment rolls. No ifs, no buts.
Oh,
Oh.
Is it the one segment that you needed?
yes.
No. Decent.
So that takes my level 3 down to a level 2, right?
No, it's just gone.
Huzzah! My bones have reknitted.
Saffron has healed everyone in the party. What a
Except
great healer.
I know, right? It's first time out the gate as well. He's just literally just like eyes closed, just going, oh god, this is fine. Ah.
Beginner's luck.
Yeah.
Done well. Too nervous to perform himself though. That shows his confidence. He's like, I'll happily fucking snap your guys' bones and jab you with this and saw that off. But
Yep.
I'll do it myself. Nah, I'm right. I'll let someone else do it.
Well, I've read if you put fire oil onto a broken bone, it
Yeah.
heals twice as fast.
To be fair, he could just like actually good. He's got a good aesthetic. He's got his paralysis space to standstill potions. He can, he could be basically put under anesthesia before being operated on. So
Yep.
you're welcome.
It's like in Shogun when the guy's like, "You going to bleed me?"
I watched the
Warlock.
first 10 minutes of one episode.
Oh yeah.
I've barely watched any, but I have read the first, at least the first book.
Oh, it's new episode day on Tuesdays, isn't it? So watch the next one tomorrow.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. You're on mute, Lawrie.
I watched the first today. I'm enthralled with it.
It is quite.
Yes. First episode, I think, is particularly strong.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. As usual with this sort of TV, like the only boob pilot episode. It's like, and also the worst death as well. It's like, why are you front loading
horrifying.
this?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they were really like, you should not like this character. This character's gonna do this really awful thing.
Yeah,
Make sure you don't like them.
Then 5 episodes later, he's like, I love this guy. He's like
"Yeah,
a
it's
crazy
right."
uncle.
Oh, he has his quirks.
Yeah. All right, cool. So everyone is successfully healed. I feel like this would take a couple of weeks recovering in the Damned Emporium's back quarters. Silas and Lorenzo go down to the fighting pits to clear their stress. Unfortunately, Silas, you lose sight of Lorenzo on the way home, and he's nowhere to be seen. So, Lawrie, let me know when you're ready to come in with a character. But otherwise, we can move into free time.
Let's go and get it.
Okay. So we're kind of like I said, we're kind of good. We're all kind of made. We're kind of a free agent now, aren't we? Really?
Yeah, you must have some notes though, on some
I've got
plot
some
threads.
notes. Well, all I got from the last notes was free time, talking about taking the docks. The North Hook Company used to shipping and exploration, East India trading line. That's kind of the last notes I took for where we were at in terms of discussing our plans to get our own little patch, the docks that we're after, right? We're after our own nest egg, our own little actual space. We've kind of decided Crow's Foot is not feasible as a place to actually take over, but given our smuggling nature, our connections to the sea, our ambitions to harvest leviathans and all this crazy shit, we got our eyes on the docks.
Yeah. So the docks have a rather what's the word? Violent and oppressive ruling gang currently.
Oh yes,
the Billhooks.
Billhooks, that's it. Yeah.
Who are definitely not many people's friends. Amongst their enemies are people like the Gondoliers, the Lost, the Grinders, who you are +1 with. The Lampblacks don't like them.
Does
we did a bit
anyone
of-
like them? Do they have any notable allies?
I feel like we did make some inquiries about this last time, then
Yes.
perhaps forgot the information.
Well, I think that's why one note I took down was about this North Hook Company. Was that they? Is that who kind of reports into the Billhooks, or the Billhooks kind of control the North Hook Company?
The
What's
North Hook
connection between-
Company are the kind of the shipping and transportation.
Are they the
Company.
ones that are like actually basically control like all shipping and administration and actually rather powerful? And they wanted to. Their thing was they wanted to bring more things under
They want
their
someone better.
control, right?
They're
Yeah.
the East India Company.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Ministry of Preservation.
So they're not run out of the docks, but the docks is quite important. Then they come into the docks. Is that what or is the headquarters in the docks, or they obviously have a lot of?
Their headquarters is they're operating from the docks.
But they're not ruling the docks.
No. In terms of allies, I don't think you've worked out if they have any actual overt allies yet. Everyone just seems to hate them a lot, including the dockers and the people of the docks, citizens of the docks. And I think we established last time that you could possibly defeat them by allying yourself with all of these smaller factions, including the dockers and the citizens and all the enemies.
Do we not get the Gondoliers on a little score sheet yet for factions, or are they not? Is there no?
I don't think they're +1 yet. You just did a deal with them.
Neutral.
Yeah. You haven't done them any favors yet.
The Grinders, the Dockers. Again, we've still not done anything for them yet. So yeah, we need to build slow, build up reputation. Basically, we basically treat the amalgam of people in the dock better than the Billhooks are, really, and start building that favour, doing things for them the Billhooks kind of can't or don't do for them. Do we actually know why they don't like the Billhooks? They're disliked because
They're nasty and mean.
They're
They like
basic-
struggle up and just do like pretty horrible capital punishment.
Yeah, it says their quirks are the Billhooks have a bloody reputation, often leaving the butchered corpses of their victims strewn about in a grisly display. Many wonder why the Bluecoats turn a blind eye to their savagery.
Money!
It's called money.
Pay off the Bluecoats.
And of course, they extort all of the businesses and merchants running into the docks as well. So the middle classes, the petty bourgeoisie, don't like them much neither.
But they've got this ruling grip. They're just the status quo. We've got to be disruptors, innovators. We've got to,
Oh, I'm out.
It's an ick.
Quick, Milo, make us a marketing plan quickly.
I'll do it. I'll do it for my interview tomorrow.
Get us a plan to launch, whatever you call it.
Yeah, we're gonna do a marketing launch plan for Silas's Stompers. The brave new challenger brand of the dock.
What's the big creative here?
So
Activated across all the streams.
I think we need an agent.
I feel like we just talked I remember I felt just talked to Dockers last time. I'm just kind of getting a sense that's kind of what we gleamed. We kind of need to. We kind of need to talk to someone in the brain. The other place, the brain, the Norfolk company, because we need to find out their satisfaction. They're kind of the biggest fish here. Find out what they want, what they can see. Because we either just go all out and start attacking them, raiding them, weakening them, or we strengthen ourselves through everyone else. It's kind of, I think, our first choice, right? Kind of which strand we're doing.
Yeah, I definitely feel like there's an opportunity for us to be smarter than we were with the Red Sashes, and like, I'm not sure exactly what, but like, put ourselves in a position to attack them from strength by finding out some good information, like maybe from a score that would set us up for like something bigger, like, you know, where they're weakest, or like who their actual enemies are that we could ally with in order to attack them together. Like, we could do some groundwork. Just not sure.
Because to play to our strength, I would think like, is there some resource, substance, treasure, something that they just aren't good at getting, something that the people here want, or the Northhooks want, and they're just not getting it from the people, and we could use to smuggle that into the docks. That would really kind of up our hero status, like, you know, bring in the people they want while playing to our strength of being smugglers. Is there some missing
smuggle
component?
in and win hearts and minds?
Yeah.
An addendum to that, a resource that they need that they can't get that we can use to win hearts and minds, that is easily accessible without ever revisiting the Deadlands again.
Good.
I think you should
It
smuggle
doesn't
in.
feel very scoundrelly. Well, the idea that makes complete sense of, like, can we, like, you know, start quietly laying some groundwork and smuggle in some goods that'll bring people to our side makes sense. Just doesn't feel scoundrelly.
Why are you saying
Very daring.
Why are we saying scoundrelly? We're smuggling.
Because we're playing the scoundrel game, is what I mean.
Right, it doesn't seem very
Big
dark
score.
and sure, but we build up to it. We're building up to it. We got to start. You just said you want to play smarter, and now you say, why don't we just start off by?
I just wonder how we make it more scoundrelly.
Sure.
Like, maybe we can smuggle weapons into groups that might want them who aren't aligned, and be like, hey, we got you a gift. You might need it in the future.
How about we start a war between two gangs and then supply them both with weapons?
That is scoundrelly. I was going similar.
Nicholas Cage it.
Or Robin Hood it and be smoked like. Or if we found out they were bringing in something new, but we intercepted it and brought it in instead of.
Now you're talking. Can we steal something from them and give it to the people?
Yes, Robin Hood it.
We already
Any
did
shipments
that
of Billhooks
in
coming
space.
We did do that.
In
Something
space.
I
All
didn't.
in the orbital strike.
Oh yes.
Is there a resistance leader we can set you up with?
I think we need to identify some key people. Maybe it's good use of our free time, trying to identify who these key people are. Maybe a key contact, at least with, like, because the Lost were good, Grinders were good. Do we actually all kind of split up and try and like find like a key person from the Gondoliers, the Dockers, and the North Hook Company? Because if we need some key contacts, right? Might be good use for our free time.
Yeah, we definitely do. I think so. Like Silas would know people from the docks who fight at the docks fighting rings, and perhaps the organizer of the fighting rings. So there's probably some contacts there who he would at least be acquainted, who he might be able to maybe get some information out of to just to try and understand the lay of the land better than we currently do. Because at the moment we really just know they're generally disliked.
I mean, there would have been a time back in the day where Saffron was moving a lot of stuff through the docks, back when business was booming, and he was literally bringing in shipments from Eruvia that were coming in, boats laden with treasures and stolen goods. So
Lawrie
he would have
days.
he would have had some kind of high level. I mean, it's been many years ago, so it's the classic. Does this person still work there? But he would have had a contact at whoever the. Yeah, would that have gone through the North Hook if he was bringing stuff in, or are they just more involved in their own thing? Like who if we're bringing stuff into the docks, or is that?
Yeah,
just
I think they're their
literally
own
the docks?
thing. I think they're doing all like the trade, a lot of the trade, like official sort of imperial trade business.
Okay, they're on the up and up, or as much as you can be in Dustfall.
And they might be open to a more profitable, reliable partner.
Yeah.
I don't think you have a seafaring ship yet.
Not yet.
He was the
Blast.
the red fang, the flip flop, the
Foghound.
foghound.
It's like a
It's quite
like a canal boat. We
No,
found
that's the
out
damn
rather
treasure.
than a.
Although yeah, that picture I saw that was less impressed than I thought it was, but it was still sea, open water faring.
Not
think-
deep water.
Yeah, I feel they're not the Leviathan dwelling.
No, sure,
Deep
more for
seas.
navigating the coasts rather than canals. Fair enough. Yes, yeah, no, for sure,
Exactly.
for sure.
Well, if you wish to have a chat with someone who is more of an authority figure in the docks, one of the senior dockers who is well known, Hilka, seems to be well respected by all the dockers. Who they see as a bit of a leader.
Now we set up a meeting. Perhaps Silas can be able to make the connections through his dock friends and can bring someone else,
Oh,
Perhaps
dock
a smoother-
friends.
perhaps a smoother talker to the meeting.
To have my +1 in sway.
If only Lorenzo and his boat friends could help. Ah,
Boat friends.
imagine
Yeah,
the
I need some
combination
friends.
of boat and dock friends. God
You
damn.
guys all have. Yeah, do I need to cover? You guys all have like people now, right? Don't you? Alex has got his whispers
Everyone
or
has
his
a
arrows.
Cohort now.
No, my cohort fucked off. They all ran away like cowards.
Some
they
must
did.
have. Did some make it out? Some of you must have regrouped after.
No, they threw a paddy and I had to disband them. I was either disband them or retrain them. I chose disband them.
I think. Yes, I remember. Yeah, because of the complication, the entanglement.
Because we faced a few horrors in the Deathlands. They didn't like my employ.
On day one.
Whatever. Ain't got time for people who ain't got time for me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Saffron comes from me. Yes, I think Saffron does have a good working knowledge of the docks. Having, like I said, he has got experience having used them. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the less impressive foghound. So not what I had in my brain for like.
It's
6
beautiful.
months.
What do you mean?
You're imagining the Titanic.
Pretty much, yeah.
To be fair, I was expecting like a freighter ship, like a container carrying.
I was
know,
thinking a
freighter.
bit more kind of like big wooden sails, a bit more kind of.
Like a
glam.
galleon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we all just thought it was bigger based on how the encounters felt.
Yeah,
in
I'm
it.
sure there was like 3 floors of it. I'm sure there was like a
Yeah.
4th floor.
Yeah, look, there's a top bit, there's a
Yeah,
middle
on
bit,
top of the-
there's
top of the
probably a
chimney.
bottom bit.
Top of the stack. Yeah.
So when my idea was to like sneak out and then get to the top and use my sniper rifle, in hindsight, that looks ridiculous.
It does a bit, yeah.
Look, theatre of the mind. We all enjoyed it at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you guys were like, "What? You want to go to the top?" And I was like, "Yeah, top."
And now it seems kind of crazy that he managed to miss that shot and accidentally kill Bear from like 6 feet away. Lorenzo,
Less than that if you're on the top thing. That's about 2
like
feet wide.
the length of your rifle away he was.
XCOM proper
Yeah.
Yeah.
miss. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a 95% to hit as well.
Never a guarantee. Yeah, Saffron will come to the meeting with the man again, bringing his. He must know some people at the top.
Well, let's go meet Helka then, if we can, if we're able to make that meeting.
I think so. I don't think he'd have time to have a proper sit-down meeting with you because you're obviously very busy. And you don't have any current business arrangements yet. But I think you can go and seek him out. I imagine in a little office in the back of one of the warehouses in the docks.
And we're trying to find out when things start. Trying to find out, which is more of what they need, or more contacts. What do you think we're after? What are you after?
Like lay of the land, like who likes and dislikes the Billhooks. Nothing like crazy, just like this is a guy that would know what's going on.
Yeah. Oh, and his name is Hammer, not. Well, his scoundrel name is Hammer,
Helka the Hammer.
and he's a Skovlander.
He doesn't look like someone easily intimidated.
Fine.
So we wander into his office. What sort of greeting do we get from a chap like this?
I think he's head down on the desks, big log books strewn across, and he's making, writing into the logbook, obviously logging all of the wares, the ins and the outs, the income, the import export. And he looks up with that face, that sort of frown. And he's like, "Who the bloody hell are you?" And yes, I'm still in my Antipodean phase from last time.
We are the representatives from the Damned Emporium. Here to.
Am I supposed to know who that bloody is?
I hope so. Renowned smuggling gang. Took down the red sashes in Crow's Foot Nest. One of those places. We've come to offer you the deal of a lifetime.
Look, I'm a very busy man, Mr. Crow's Nest. Just spit it out. What do you want?
I have reason to believe that the world of the docks is not being run as well or as beneficially as you might like. These damn billhooks we hear are always running things in a horrible, shoddy manner. We have aspirations to change things up a bit. Bring a bit of order and coin to everyone's pocket that might not exist. And we think we can help smooth things over.
He puts his pen down, or his quill, or whatever, and looks at you properly now for the first time. You and Silas. Anyone else there? Just you two?
Friedrich's definitely not there.
Okay. And player X, are you there?
I wouldn't think so. I've not introduced myself yet.
Can I just speak up?
I can't just turn up.
Hello. Fancy meeting you here. Yeah, he says. He says when you walked into this warehouse, you would have passed part of the wall where the Billhooks ripped apart a few of my dockers for daring to miss a shipment. If you want to take them down, then perhaps we can work together. But I'm not going into a full-blown war just on your say-so.
Well, we wouldn't expect such a thing, having just won a war of our own, decisively. We do know the cost of such an endeavour. No, we're thinking more of a long-term play here. We're thinking more about the well-being and the beneficiaries around that can benefit from a more savvy way of operating. We're not goody two-shoes or anything, but we certainly wouldn't lash people to the wall and hurt people for shipments. We believe in the power of coin. We would only work in a more practical way to make sure everyone's getting what they want.
You really need to ask around the citizens of Crow's Foot. I'm sure you will hear tales of the Emporium's enforcers bringing a little more order to the streets, but nothing quite so uncivilized as you have here.
What's your current reputation actually with them?
Checking. I feel like we improved it from bad to okay.
Or the dockers.
Yeah, I think you're still a -1.
That's great.
With those-
That's my long-term project is ongoing.
Why are we at -1?
I think you, from when you blew up that hoi polloi place with people still inside.
What Silas said is still true.
Yes.
Even if the people wouldn't go out of their way to sing our praises.
I still don't think people will know that was us 100%. It's one of those rumors. No one knows for sure. I remember it being quite sly.
Yes. I think you mostly made a big hit on all those pubs. It was very obvious that it was you guys, but
Sure.
yeah, I think he says, well, I'll have my men look into the situation over at Crow's Foot. Obviously, I don't go into business with anyone without checking them out first, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I need to see something of a more fleshed out plan than these kind of flowery promises. I got a lot of men here that I want to look after.
Of course, we are more than our words. We are actions incarnate. We come with a very flexible approach to things. So besides the brutality of the Billhooks being an off-putting nature, what else are they not getting for you that you need? Any fabrics, weapons, tools? We're renowned for our abilities to get that which cannot be acquired. You may have heard of our recent exploits in the Deathlands. Went smoothly, not a hitch. We operated for the very rare materials in and out without anyone even noticing. We can get whatever you need. You say it, we'll make it so.
Gets his Duskwell cigarette. You remind me of those fucking marketing wankers over at the North Hook Company.
Good to know.
We speak very plain. Going into South Africa now. We speak very plainly here. What I want to know is, if the Billhooks are gone, how do I know you're not going to just treat us the same way?
Well, we are, of course, fighting for the people here. Perhaps you know the Lost. We've done some work with those. They're an organization fighting for the rights of the common man. Well, that's our philosophy. I won't pretend to you that we're all goody two-shoes, as my learned colleague said, but look, I can tell you we won't be as bad as the Billhooks. That much you'll be able to see from talking to anyone.
We started the war with the Red Sashes. We aimed the Lampblacks, somewhat of local heroes for the people. That was our main instigation, and it helped install them in to bring about a more civil nature. So that will be our calling card. We'd look to replicate the same successes over here.
Yes, of course. Sorry.
So I was going to say, using my kind of background in smuggling back in the day in the docks with bringing in all the many shipments from Eruvia. That Saffron knows of a simpler time Back when I used to do my heaviest business, it was a simpler time before the Billhooks. Everyone was more transactional. Do as you please, come as you go. No overt violence, just getting good money, good gold in your pockets. That's the kind of simple life we want to bring back to the docks. For our own benefit, for sure, but for the benefit of all. And we can see that there's great dissatisfaction with these Billhook bastards. And we'd like nothing more than to take it to some rapscallion bullies and take them down a notch. That's our thing.
Well, marketing guy, you made at least a little bit of sense there, I have to admit. Roll me a sway, one of you.
Oh, I got my +1 in sway.
Would this qualify for a help?
Yeah, I think so. I think you've both
done the old one too.
Yes. What my friend is trying to say is, yeah, you've done.
I think we managed to, for maybe the first time ever, play off each other's dialogue positively.
Keep it straight. Keep it simple. I'm going normal standard +1. Come on, baby. Yeah.
We'll take it.
It's a success.
That is true.
A fishhook falls on your head. Level 3 hull.
Yeah. I think he's obviously not entirely trusting of you just yet, based on this one meeting. So I think whatever help you get from him is going to be somewhat limited. But I think it's up to you to show him what the value is going to be. Like if you can prove that, or prove to him like you mean what you say. You're not just going to be another tyrant of a overlord.
Can we do a little follow up with him following that? You certainly strike me as a man who knows what comes and goes through the docks. I'm sure you have your fair share of work for the Billhooks, whether you like it or not. If a certain shipment were to go missing, find its way to the dockers and their families, perhaps that could be a token of trust between us. If you were to know of such.
He looks at you. He looks down at his logbooks. Has a little ponder. And he says, if you do this for me, then the Billhooks, they can't know that it was me who gave you this information. Do you understand? It'd be my head on the hook next. This has to be quiet.
We can certainly do quiet. He has a little side glance to Saffron, like an involuntary one, and hopes he doesn't notice. Like,
just give him a big nod and a thumbs up. Like, yeah.
Saffron involuntarily fingers the grenades at his.
He's already got 4 grenades in Hammer's pockets.
Drops a fire flask on the floor.
Oops. Points to his playbook. I've got the saboteur trait. Actually,
yeah, exactly. So I keep it very quiet. Actually,
everything I do is quiet.
Everything.
That's what the rules say. He says very well. And he goes through his logbooks and gives you the name of a shipment coming in 2 days hence. And he says, let me just double check what the Billhooks. I think the Billhooks do gambling dens and vice dens, I think.
Oh, do they?
Oh, do they? Animal fighting pits and gambling dens. know, what would they be importing?
Billhooks.
Yeah, that people would want.
See, I imagine it's all a bit basic. That's the thing. They're just kind of a bit lazy. So I'm bringing what the base is like. Some flour.
I'm tempted to say they're importing some mental beasts for the fighting pits.
Ooh, it's kind of cool.
That would be a terrible job to do quietly.
Yeah, and I don't know what benefit those goods would necessarily have for the.
Here you go.
Common
Have a,
people.
have
Petting
a
zone.
rabid animal.
This three-headed ostrich, you know, you could escort that quietly through the streets. We can just say it's supplies and it's
Food.
drug-laden
Food
stuff.
and booze and stuff.
Yeah,
Drugs and booze.
yeah. Let's just say it's delicacy, like food imported from overseas that is destined for White Crown, perhaps. A bit of foie gras,
Oh yeah.
brandy, yeah. A little bit of gooseneck, lovely. So yeah, he tells you the name of the boat when it's due to come in.
And what's the name of the boat?
I don't know, Mikey.
Oh, I like putting you under
Boat
pressure.
face.
I like putting you under pressure.
The HMS.
Shut up.
That's what the S stands for.
Let's call it. Maybe it runs from Scotland to Duskfall, so maybe it's called the. Don't know. Cannot think.
That's fine. I'll let you off.
I mean, boat names are always best done by poll, right?
Yeah.
Always.
So
Go to the chat.
throw it to the chat. Yeah.
Chat. What's the boat called?
Mm-hmm.
Press A for Boaty McBoatface. B.
Scotland McScotland face.
Chat will always go for A first, though.
I'm a lazy chat.
Given a choice of A or
If
B,
it's from
always A.
Scotland, like often it's just like, you know, slightly prideful thing, like Scotland's pride, or you know, some shit like that. You know, there's a lot of that kind
Scotland
of.
skimmer.
Quick, to the
Yeah,
Helldivers ship name generator.
The Angel of Retribution.
The Father of Ice.
The fist of mercy.
Mine was called the
See?
power
All
of
great.
Mine was called the power of family values.
That's so you.
I love
I
that.
think my friend went for Fist of Family Values.
Fist of
To make it sound as like
just one,
horrible as
just
that.
one word change. Ruins everything.
Let's go for Scotland's Mercy.
Oof.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
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 So
And
it's a shipment like solely just run, like the billhooks are like manning the boat, they've gone out to get the thing and bring it back, or are they just responsible for receiving it? Is it kind of literally their whole, it's all them? They're like freelancing through another company.
I don't think they're doing the sailing, the smuggling.
Okay.
I think it's just they're obviously getting a big cut of whatever this is. So you would probably assume that they are going to try and secure it in some way, on its journey at the docks. I think he tells you where it will make berth in the docks, and he says, "I'll tell the rest of the men to stay clear of that berth at that particular time. Make sure there's no prying eyes. But if the billhooks find out that I'm involved, if the dockers are involved in this, well, let's just say there's going to be a lot more bodies on hooks."
Cool. May I suggest then that you have some men on? It might be a bit suspicious if there's literally just nobody there. Maybe just a few well-informed dockers. to at least, you know, if we needed to, I don't know, pretend to tie him up, and at least they could argue they were restrained so it doesn't come back to you. Might be worth.
If the Billhooks are looking for blood, if you're discovered, I'm not letting my men in anywhere near those animals. It's up to you if you want to pretend to be some dockers. You're the PCs.
So, I'm sorry, what?
You heard me. You bloody dig.
The fourth wall crumbles.
Wait a minute, we're just 5 nerds all along.
Oh no. I don't know if to ask you or him more questions. I'm just more like, so the Billhooks just the shipment's coming in from
Scotland.
some people. The dockers receive it, and they're supposed to take it to the Billhooks. So the Billhooks would be receiving it.
I think the Billhooks have probably arranged the sale of this stuff.
And
So
the
when it
dockers
gets
just offload
delivered,
it and-
when it gets delivered by, I don't know, secure courier, then the Billhooks will obviously get paid for the goods.
We don't want to fuck over this other company that's bringing it in. I don't know who they are. I don't know if it's even worth noteworthy who it is bringing it in. We don't want to, but we do want to fuck over the Billhooks. So trying to think of that point of transaction that we would disrupt.
I don't think they'd hold the postman accountable
Cool.
for armed robbery.
Well, the dockers
Postman Pat.
would be in huge trouble then if they're the only ones shortly who should be keeping it secure.
Well, they're just doing their loading unloading job, right? Like the Billhooks, if they want to protect their contraband, will have to protect it themselves.
Yeah. So we'll need to set up, maybe stage some of the, I don't know, use some of the Silas's slappers, what are they called? Silas's slumpers.
The Emporium's enforcers, sir.
Sure.
But they're called Silas's stompers on the other screen.
Stompers, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, they could, doesn't it? It's a bit basic, but they could dress up as dockers, we could tie them up and leave them there. But, we got robbed by these people, we tried really hard.
I think we might be at the overthinking before information gathering stage.
I'm just bringing it up now.
It's the best stage.
It is.
It is an essential stage.
It is essential.
Didn't have it.
It is
in Scum and Villainy.
Is it really?
They're crazy.
Could I see?
Now, what's the name of every worker on the boat as well? Bubbles.
Cool. Love it. We've got a score. I don't really understand it yet, but I'm sure it'll become clear.
The shipment coming in off boat. You must steal it.
But it's like, if there's no one there to stop us, then it's like.
You don't know that
you know
yet.
Well,
Did we say it was animals? Like exotic animals?
No,
or
we said it was
just
it'll
like high.
be
value foods
yeah,
and-
it'll be
spices.
fine foods and drink.
Desert power.
We know that if we're stealing a valuable shipment from a gang, then it is likely that there will be some protection from the gang.
Yeah, it's spice melange.
Saffron, your whole thing is spice, surely. That's your shtick.
Yeah, I don't think there is. Yeah, but spice is just code for drugs, really.
Oh.
Like those kind of drugs.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge
it's
thing.
actual.
You've drawn
oregano.
the curtain. I don't want to see
Oregano.
beyond the curtain.
He's not just a dealer of just like thyme and parsley,
Saffron could become one of like the navigator houses where he's just floating in a tank of spice.
I love it.
Yeah.
He goes and
Sees
sits in
all.
his oil bath in the
Yeah.
shop. In the back of the
Back to
Damned
tank.
Emporium.
Well, given how well the healing went, we must have one.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Sheesh. Those
Cool.
mushrooms do be healing.
Does that make Silas Fade Routher?
Oh god, I think it might.
Oh no.
Yikes.
I don't know what it makes Friedrich. I'm trying to think of like a.
Are you the Mentat?
I was going to say the Mentat, yeah.
Could be Thufir Hawat, who is unaccountably not in the second film.
I
despite-
meant the Harkonnen one. Who
Oh,
also,
no.
who also dies.
Peter DeVries.
Yeah.
He's a horrible bastard.
Yeah, but he's played by the Polka Dot Man in the
Yeah,
first one.
Paul Dano,
Yeah.
That was
who is just tremendous at playing a creep. just phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you watch the David Lynch Dune, you'll find that Brad Durst, as Peter Deliveries in the original, is maybe the weirdest character in any film ever, in terms of just appearance, personality, mannerisms, eyebrows, just out of this world. Look up Peter, P-I-T-E-R, in the old Dune, and just a picture of him will...
Oh, good lord.
Lawrie.
Yeah. Yeah, everything about David Lynch's Dune is just as high on drugs as it's possible a movie to be. And it's not a good movie, but I love it.
Apparently there's also a 80s version TV series of Shogun as well that people quite like, but also just the clips just seem...
The books were in the 70s, I think.
The clips just seem batshit crazy.
Shall I introduce
Yes,
my character?
Yes, I was going to say, like, but before we end, yeah, you get back to the Emporium, and well, maybe this is related to...
Well, I thought of a tie-in to how he knows the group and how he's come to find them.
You have a tie? Because I was going to say that Hammer ties you in.
Who?
The guy who was talking to.
Talking to.
No, I've got a bad tie-in.
Okay.
So, when Lorenzo was in Dunslow, in the prison, that's what they met. And they kind of like, you know, well, for unknown reasons, I won't reveal now. But Yusef Chudenko. Yusef very much went in and became very buddy-buddy with old Lorenzo. Helped him out, sorted him out with some good contacts, because he's a fellow who knows quite a few people. He sorted him out, protected him while he was in there as well. As many people did, it seems. He was quite a lucky dude. But he did do quite well there. So I imagine... I don't know, maybe he's gone and said, you know, in the future, come swing by the Emporium if you're ever looking for
especially when I'm on a bender.
Yeah, exactly. Turn up and meet my
Tag
crew,
in.
and I'm not there. Yeah. So I imagine he's going to turn up the Emporium and be like, "Hello, I've come for work."
Is this your hook that was better than the quest giver's hook?
I like the prison tie-in. It makes sense.
So sassy.
Maybe rather than just turning up looking for work, you had like a bit of a handshake in prison. Like if you're ever in trouble on the other side, you know, get in touch somehow. And maybe somehow you've had contact, but you've had to run away, and he's come over to the Emporium. Like, so anyway, what's going on?
Okay.
I heard Lorenzo's in a bit of a pinch.
I know the hook. He's sent a ghost. So Yusef is a whisper. So he's sent a ghost Lorenzo's way, and I think maybe that's the ghost that scared him a bit. Sent him into his gambling stupor.
I sent the ghost to send Lorenzo a message. Hello, my old friend.
Whoa!
Lorenzo did not take kindly to this.
Yeah, something like that. I can touch a bit more up in it between this session and next session. But basically, he's a whisper working. He's in another gang that I also won't reveal right now. But he's in another gang, and he's been sent through to come and help you guys.
Your mates,
but yeah,
the grinders.
Definitely not. He's very much. Fuck those guys. He's very much. Don't stop me. Don't stop me off. He's quite a chatty fella. He was a handler in the gang he was in, so he was very much there to kind of watch over people and kind of coordinate and communicate, keep them together, that kind of thing. He's a contract man. He likes to make contracts with ghosts. He kind of believes rather than compelling them to do his bidding, he kind of like they both get something out of it, you know. That's a strong belief. There's like a good mutual respect.
Oh, here's another hook. Maybe he witnessed Silas punching the shit out of some ghosts.
Ooh.
And I was like, I would like to meet this man.
Yeah, true.
Professional curiosity.
Maybe he was even there, because Lorenzo, you know, said, "Oh, when you get out of prison, let's go watch my buddy."
Oh, this is a
In the
horrid
ring.
yes and.
Yeah. I feel like that session of Scum and Villainy and going all new characters helped us do a lot of collaborating story-wise in lieu of like detailed characters.
That's true. Yeah, we had a really fun
you
like
played.
quick links.
Yeah.
At the beginning of that.
You got them swift, haven't you? There's one shots.
Would anyone like to have a quick conversation with Yusef?
I'm not gonna lie, I lost track of the connection. There was a lot of back and forth on who knew who and why and when.
I mean, if he has come to find Silas, you can have a chat.
Yeah.
And Silas and whoever else is around. Silas is probably just eating his usual porridge if he turns up, so you know.
Yeah, I guess he you know, comes to the front door. And I see we have like a bell or something, or I'll just knock. No one answers the door. I let myself in.
Is anyone going to be getting that? I'm halfway through my mood-altering porridge.
Fine, I'll get it. So Saffron takes about 5 minutes to get out of his chair and walk across the door and.
I do the secret knock, the 3, and then the 3, and the 5.
He knows I'll knock. Lorenzo, you're back from your. Opens the door to
Hello.
stranger face.
It's quite a stout Russian man, Akarosi Russian man. He's got short, ruffled white hair, with a big bushy beard.
Big bushy beard.
But quite stout and short. He's got a resting bitch face, as you'd imagine. Doesn't look too happy. But when he starts talking, that changes immediately. When he meets your eyes, he lights up. Oh, hello, my friend. I hope life is treating you well. I am friend of Lorenzo.
I know where he is.
I don't think he'll be around. I don't think he's gonna be coming back anytime soon. He told me he need to take a break. I'm not sure if this accent is
No, like it's sounding quite a lot like this guy killed Lorenzo at this point.
Well, coming back so soon, eh?
Look, where Lorenzo is, he'll be back soon. But you have my assurance, he's fine. He just needs to take some time off. And he's put me in his place to help you guys out. I'm sure my skills can be of service to you. I am one with the occult. Not the occult.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good for you, isn't it?
One with the yogurt.
That's awfully kind of you to turn up here offering your services for us. Of course, we can implicitly trust you because you know Lorenzo's name. But that's just swell, I suppose. What are you going to be bringing to our little endeavor? We're probably recruiting. Saffron, are we recruiting?
I mean, we're never full. Gestures around quite a lot of empty space. And we have this new undertaking. Do you happen to have any experience with the dock workers? We're having a bit of an adventure over there these days.
No, not really, but I have my fingers in many pies, so to speak. I have a
Mushroom
lot of
pies?
connections.
Are any of those connections, for example, with the dock workers?
I could put some feelers out and see what happens, see what turns up. We'll have to see. I can have a chat with some of my more spiritual friends. If you catch my drift.
No, I didn't get that word actually.
Is
Quite a heavy accent.
Is it spirit by any chance?
Spiritual.
Spiritual.
It's hard to say.
Fun to say. No, that's fantastic. We're always in need of service, especially if Lorenzo is off on a bender. Goodness knows, we've all done that once or twice. Come in.
He just kind of barges past you, brushing your shoulder, shoving you a bit. And
He
where's
sounds
my
like the kind
room?
of guy who would just grab a bowl of porridge that was probably someone else's waiting to be eaten.
Yeah,
Is it-
I think Arvis had the microwave had gone off, and now Yusef is eating Arvis's. I thought I was going to be a whisper now.
Yeah, I don't charge like you, little man.
Now look here. Well,
You pricey bastard.
I think we'll have to end as Arvis leaves the shop, muttering under his breath, "Sneaky fucking Russians."
I
Immortal words of Guy Ritchie, of course.
Yusef gives him a little wink as he leaves. It's a hard business, my friend. Times are tough.
Nice.
And then
Well.
straight deadpan again.
We don't know how this guy's going to help, but hopefully he will.
Hopefully.
Hopefully ghosts can be stealthy too. You never know who they're working for.
Loading.
Nice.
Sweet. Oh, well, I feel like we got ourselves set up quite nicely there. A little in-betweeny session.
Not
Little
bad way of doing
in-betweeny.
things.
Yeah.
In betweening.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just remind us, Lawrie, what your skills are with this guy.
So, he's. Let me just.
Attune, obviously.
Obviously, I got 2 in attune, or a 2 in study, 1 in skirmish, and then 2 in sway. So I've gone for a bit of a chatty, persuady fella with a keen eye, quite perceptive.
Nice.
Then also able to summon spirits. I've also given him a strange friend because I saw this on the list, so I thought it'd be funny. Flint.
Oh, shit.
He's buddy with Flint, so we'll see how that
Okay.
plays.
That's quite. I'll make a note of that. That's going to come up. That's going to cause some inner conflict.
Oh.
You don't know that in character though, so can't make a note of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
invite your mate to that thing that some people do when they invite other friends that people don't know to their
Yeah.
parties.
Bring your mate to the heist day.
I brought my friend Flint. He's very interested.
And what's the character's name? Was it Yusef or Cat Stevens? I can't remember.
Yusuf.
Yusuf. Or
Yeah.
Yusuf.
You'll have to type it in the chat.
Yusof.
Okay, so not Cat Stevens then. We get back and there's a Yusuf there. Hey,
And
no.
Tim Curry's character in Red Alert was Anatoly Chudenko. So that's where I got the last name from.
Nice.
Nice tie-in. I like it.
Denko. Doesn't get much better than that.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're not in space anymore.
Hi.
Not yet.
Saffron.
Sparkcraft.
Saffron's got a better rock. Spaceship. We'll
Flycraft spaceship. Make it happen.
Sparkcraft cosmonauts. That's tier 5.
We're halfway there.
Yeah. Cool. Well, is everybody on for next week?
Oh, I'm not
I think
actually.
so.
So sorry. Going away with the family. We've got Easter holidays for a little bit.
Oh.
Yep. All good.
Yeah.
3-man it is. Unless Lorenzo plays 2 characters.
Could happen.
What's happened? What's happened to Gus though when he's on a bender then? Just with him, I guess.
Yeah. He's having a very little adventure with Gus.
Fair enough.
Gambling.
Yeah. Gus just rolls his eyes.
But Gus is like barking away the spirits when they come chasing him.
Yeah.
Good boy. Good dog.
We'll see
Do I
what
get
happens,
+1
Lorenzo.
XP for expressing my background?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've opened Pandora's box now. Although, actually, I was talking to you on the Discord, and I told them how many sessions we played, and how much XP you guys have gotten, and they're like, they should have like twice as much as that. Are they not triggering their XP triggers? So I don't think so. Probably not as much as most people who would play it like I do. I guess.
I imagine the people on the Discord are more seasoned at the game as well.
Oh yeah, several
On
campaigns
average,
in. Yeah.
We're not power gamers, you know. We go with the flow. Not min-maxing this shit.
Yeah.
Lovely.
True that. Well,
See
see
you
you next
next week, then.
time.
GG's. Thanks
Yeah,
everyone.
thanks for
Thanks,
the
Olly. Good fun. See you all.
Bye-bye.